Welcome once again to another episode of Puck Talk with Fern and Mac. I am Fern and my co-host is Mac. What's up?
What's up?
Not much. We're back.
Big big week.
Yeah, it is. We got a lot of stuff. We're
Yes.
delayed. Sorry for the delay. Some people were clamoring for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, they miss us. What can we say?
Yeah. Well, let's get to it. Um,
Yes, please.
a lot of news happened the last week since we last talked, and the big one out of Toronto was
Uh,
Nylander got paid 8 years and
yeah.
2 million. So a lot of people think Mitch Marner's out.
I know I was reading that. I know.
So yeah, eleven point
I guess
five million a year.
I mean, I feel like Mitch Marner will get the better end of the deal if he leaves and goes somewhere and then ends up winning the Stanley Cup. Because I don't think they're gonna do it with the Maple Leafs.
Well, yeah, Nylander wanted to stay, I guess, obviously. But
I guess. But I don't know why Matthew stays. I think it's crazy, but whatever.
I mean, you go where the money's at, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Unless Matthews get tired and says, "I want to play in the U.S." Like,
Yeah, I guess.
I don't like these Canadian taxes.
True.
Let's go. But I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, but Marner, that's not until next year that he's a free agent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So unless he's forced his way out, then like you know. Not many
Guess we'll
NHL
see.
players, I guess, do that. They do that in other sports where people, players force the hand. They're like, "Look, I don't want to be here. I'm not gonna show up. So you better
Yeah,
do something about it." So I don't know that he's unhappy. So I don't know, like, he might be happy, but and he's just waiting his turn to take a pick of the litter at free agency.
I
And
guess. Yeah, maybe.
that gives
We'll
him
see.
two more tries to choke in the playoff.
Mm, mm.
Hey,
We'll see. But you're right.
yeah. So
But we'll see.
next up is some news you like. Marc Andre Fleury tied Patrick Waugh for second all time in wins. Right? It was wins, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I mean, he got a crack at it on Monday, was it? I think it was Monday.
Against the Stars.
And
I mean,
it
that
happened.
could have gone either way. But
Yeah. We thought he was gonna play last night because the NHL website lied to us,
yeah.
and he
And
didn't.
I feel bad for that kid that I mean, I was reading like on stuff on, like Instagram, Facebook, all they were just like they threw him to the wolves and it shouldn't have been a game like that against Dallas. But I think he did all right. I mean, I know it was 7-2, but
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
sometimes
that's a
with
tough
the
spot to be in.
back to back, that's what coaches do. You know.
Well, yeah, and I can see that. I mean, I get that because he's been playing how many games in a row, Flurry?
Yeah.
At 39.
Like 3 or something or 4, if I'm not
Of
mistaken.
course, who scores? Pavelski, because they kept going on about him and Flurry being 39 and whatever. You know how I feel about that.
I mean, it's tough to be out there at 39. It's
Especially, yeah,
a tough
as a
game.
player.
Yeah.
Huh?
That says a tough game, wear and tear on the body.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Or on
for sure.
Pavelski, I guess, you know what I mean? Because he's
Yeah, because as a
like a
player to be 39, that's pretty good.
yeah, so good for them.
Good for him. Yeah.
But he gets
Hmm.
another crack at it against my Flyers on tomorrow night. So
Yeah, that'll be pretty good. That'll be a good game.
should be. I mean, last time when the Wild played in Philly wasn't good night for the Wild, but that was back in when the season started and they had the old coach and all that.
Yeah, but you guys have been playing well lately, so
We got a win yesterday in
in a
overtime.
shootout, yeah, a shootout.
We're kind of in the wild card spot at the moment, which is, I guess, better
It's a good
than
spot to be.
what I predicted. So
Yeah, I better than anybody predicted in the
a
beginning of the
lot of
season.
overachieving going on, but it's all right.
Give them credit where credit's due.
Well, I'm gonna. This was later on the list, but since we were talking about the Flyers and what they've done, there was a trade by the
Oh
Flyers.
yes,
They traded American hero
Cutter.
Cutter Gautier. Everybody says it different, but it's like
I'm sure you're
French.
saying it right though.
Probably. Why not? I've
Probably,
heard
for
like three
sure,
different
for
people
sure,
say it differently, so I don't know which one to go with.
for sure.
Somebody was saying it Frenchly. That's not a word, but I just used it.
I, let's just say Cutter, but go ahead.
Yeah, they're, I guess you could say they're top prospect. He just finished getting a goal in the semis and the juniors to push the
Yep.
US past Finland. And,
Mhm.
they win the tournament. And like a day later, I think it was, or 2 days later, he gets traded by the Flyers or to the Ducks for a 2025 second rounder and defenseman, Jamie Drysdale. Um, I like
I
the
think it's
trade.
a, I, I think it's a win for him because I think the Ducks in a couple of years are going to be. Just wait. I think they're going to be pretty good.
Sure, Zagrass and, him and then McTavish.
Yeah, McTavish. Yeah, I think they'll be good.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess. But I mean, I think the Flyers got good and they got a pick. So, like, and what I liked about it is the Flyers organization got in front of it because a lot of people around Flyers Nation or whatever you want to call it, the Fire fan base were wondering, like, it was a head scratcher when I got the text, like Cutter's getting traded, and they got out front on it. They controlled the
Yeah,
narrative. They're controlling the narrative. Keith Jones, team president, and Danny Briere talked that night, and they basically alluded to the fact that Cutter didn't want to be there. Didn't want to be a Flyer, so they said, if you don't want to be here, get out. um,
he. So is that? I mean, is that true though? He didn't want to be a Flyer.
that's what they're saying. Like that's directly from Keith Jones, team president, former player, former
Mm.
Flyer. He got out and he said, yeah, like they kept it under wraps because obviously that diminishes the value that they could get back if everybody knows that he doesn't want to be there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So because nobody's gonna give you what you want, they're just gonna be like, well, he doesn't want to be there, so you're eventually gonna get rid of him. So it was like they said, I guess they told the Ducks, like, look, he doesn't want to be here, and the Ducks kept it quiet, so they were able to do the deal. That's what they're saying. He didn't want to be there. That's what everybody has been saying from the organization itself. I think that
Well,
a couple players they said, yeah, no, we want people who want to be here. Tortorella said he doesn't know him from a hole in the wall.
I mean,
I mean, Tort
he's
firing.
not gonna sugarcoat anything.
Oh, he's not. And speaking of it, there's more to this, and we were talking about this. The internet is going crazy about the rumors of why this happened,
Is
right?
this Kevin Hayes? What you're gonna say?
Oh, yes, there was somebody who covers the Flyers. I don't know if he's an official reporter, but he covers them on the internet or something.
Okay.
He goes to the post game pressers. He goes to the game, so he's officially credentialed. Which I'm sure at some point we could get credentialed if we want it. I don't know. I don't know how that
I
works.
mean, for sure.
So he says that I don't know, like an hour after the trade happens, he says that like Kevin Hayes' hands are all over this trade because it was known that Kevin Hayes and Cutter, have a relationship or whatever. Kevin Hayes used to
Friendship.
be,
Let's say
yeah,
friendship for sure.
friendship, yeah. Um, well, we got a mature audience.
I know, but you don't want to start something else. Go ahead.
Yeah, so and Kevin Hayes got traded this offseason by the Flyers. They were making room. He
To the
earned a
Blue
lot of
Jackets.
money. Yeah, the Blue Jackets.
Okay.
So he says that. The funniest thing about this whole thing, there's been a lot of room, whatever. Funniest thing about this whole thing, last night after the game, in the press conference, I don't know if you saw the video, Tortorella is doing his post game presser with the thing. He said, who's the guy who said the Kevin Hayes thing? Is he here? And he goes like, yeah, I'm here. The guy's like, and he calls him out. He basically says, like, look, I know that
He cracks me
don't know.
up.
He was like, I don't know why you would say that. Like, like this stuff sticks with people. Like what you say. Like, I know you got to write stuff, but that sticks with people. Can't believe you said that about Kevin. Me and Kevin disagreed when he was here about a play, but I don't. That was it. It wasn't like there was like a hate or something. Like we disagreed on a play and we moved on. Kevin's a great person. Yeah, but that basically called him out and says like that's BS. Like that, what you guys say sticks.
Good for him.
Yeah. So
Torts, he doesn't fool, man.
yeah, known from a hole in the wall.
That's
So
right. Well,
yeah.
he's doing something right. So Mm,
Yeah, so that was funny about yesterday after the game.
wow. Mm.
Uh,
Well,
so there you go.
um,
Or
yeah,
stick
that's,
up for his former players and everything, especially if
I guess.
he had a
Yeah,
beef
beef
over
with
it.
them
He
or
said that.
whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
he said it was they just disagreed on play. You know.
yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah. So,
Next.
moving on.
How about injuries? Because I feel like there's a lot of them.
Well, the biggest one is Connor Bedard. He is out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
He has a broken jaw. Uh,
Okay. And I feel like I just want to chime in on this because I feel like a lot of guys play with broken jaws and stuff. They wear the bubble. Like I can see being out because he just had surgery. I get it. I get it. But I mean, that's a long time for just, you know what I mean?
yeah. But
I mean,
as I said, I
they're
think
protecting him. I get it.
I think
Obviously they're not going to the playoffs this year. So why? Yeah, get it.
the
But
Hawks are being very careful with their future captain, their big investment, and they need him for the long run, aka more than just this year, because they don't have any hopes this year.
yeah, no. But and then I just saw Zegers. He's out for what 4 to 6 weeks with a broken ankle. I mean, Alex Martinez played in the finals, the whole with the broken foot, and he played the whole. I mean, I'm just saying these
Say it.
young
Say what
kids
you want to
suck
say.
it up,
All right, say
do
it.
better,
You're soft. You're saying it. You
a little
basically said
bit,
it. I didn't.
a little bit.
All right. Well,
I mean, oh, and how about Allmark? That didn't look good. He got hurt.
yeah, I don't think anything's been announced though, like definitively. But yes, Hallmark. He got pulled
I
in
feel like there's a
overtime.
lot of goalies. What?
He got pulled in overtime, right? And then Swayman came in and let in
Same.
the only shot.
He only shot. Yeah, I mean, he
the,
came in
the
cold. I
Canucks.
get
I
that,
mean the
but
Coyotes, not the Canucks.
yeah, I mean, I get that, but I'm just, I don't know. See, and that, it seems like a lot of goalies are hurt right now.
Hughes is out tonight, but and he got
But
hurt
it
in the
did,
same game, but it's not as serious. They're just calling it is it upper?
yeah,
Yeah,
day to day, or
day to day upper body, but they're
yeah,
playing right now and he's out. So
he seems like a pretty tough kid. I feel like he'll be back soon.
I mean something that happened last week, and I think it happened after we talked. Same thing with the Devils. Dougie Hamilton's on injured reserve.
Mm,
Siegenthaler is on injured reserve. That's their top two defensemen. So not a good injury year for the Devils. You know,
mm-mm. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, since we are so delayed, I feel like this happened like forever ago, but McDavid had 5 point, and you know how much I love Connor McDavid.
yeah,
Had a 5 point game against your Flyers, and he had his
yeah,
900th point. So
yeah. That happened. That did happen. I think that was that same night we recorded. It was like after because they were on the
yeah.
road. It was in Edmonton. Yeah,
So
I
good for
caught
him because he needs another win. So
Draisaitl scored that game too. It was like a weird thing. I was like, two guys
okay, but it
like
wasn't
Konechny
900
scored too.
point.
Three guys scored. I think if I could have bet on it, I probably could have won some money, but I didn't.
Well,
But yeah, 900 points at age what 26, like that.
I don't know, 12. What is he?
12.
I feel
Uh,
like he's been playing for 25 years as much as I hear about him, but moving on.
moving on. Look at that. You brought it up.
Moving on and out. I know, and I'm pretty proud of myself for giving him props because you know how painful that is for me.
Yeah.
Because he needs more attention. But anyway,
So we're gonna talk about a team that you hate that I talk about, but I have to bring it up.
I don't. Yeah, it does annoy me. I don't hate, but it annoys me. Go ahead,
The
Panthers.
the two hottest teams right now in this league at the moment. It is three. There's three teams that are hot right now. The Florida Panthers have won 8 straight. They are going for number 9 tonight as we speak. Last time I checked, they were down 1-0 to the Kings at home.
All right, Kings. Let's get it
The
done. You
the
know what I'm
other
saying?
team that's very hot right now has won 7 straight, and right now is the best team in the league. Is the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, I just feel like they came out of nowhere this year.
I love the
I don't
Jets.
want to say it's irritating, but
Oh, wait, I forgot. There's another 8-game win streak that nobody's talking about. The Edmonton Oilers are are they're sneaking by back into the picture. They have won 8 straight, and so have the Kraken.
Good for the Kraken.
They're
I
both
love those guys.
sneaking.
I love them.
They're sneaking into contention. We are almost at the halfway.
Yeah. See, all you're talking about the Panthers, and there's all these other teams too. So
Yeah, well, you know,
you and your Kachuk boys, big
yeah,
fascination.
Brady's got a hit in Ottawa. Might as well trade for him. I'm just saying. But anyway, speaking
Uh
of
huh.
speaking of most teams being a halfway through their season because the Flyers play the Blue Jackets have played their 42nd game. So
Okay.
everybody's almost at halfway, which means at the halfway mark, we are almost at the All-Star. Something
Yes.
something I
That
want.
you don't really care about.
Yeah,
I love, but you don't care about it.
I like the skills challenge. Let's be honest. I don't
Love
like
it.
I don't like All-Star games. I like everything around it. I don't like the game itself. It's glorified like
Yeah. But I do. I like the skills. Kind of like Super Bowl for
my
us.
skills. So yeah, the league announced the first 32, which basically the league picks one player from each team, so every team's represented. And then the fan vote, sorry. It ends tonight actually. It's to the 11th. So we'll see who gets voted. I guess that gets announced tomorrow or something.
Nylander's like top.
What fan vote
Oh,
right now?
yeah. I think he was like the top, and I forget who the
So
second.
basically, I think you can with the first 32 as they call it now. It was every team's best player almost.
Yeah.
Tom
Now with a lot
Tom
of them being
Wilson.
out.
Tom Wilson was a shock for me, but
Well, I good for him though.
I mean,
Um.
he's had a decent year, but
Yeah, and he's nice to look at. Now with the ones that aren't playing, like Bedard, do they just go to the next best person on that team, or how's that work?
so basically they'll have subs. So they name subs like so people who just barely made it, they'll be named
Hmm.
like subs in case of injuries. So
Yeah,
like there'll be a you know
Walker.
there'll be a yeah there'll be subs. It's basically players who barely made it. They're like the subs for like the
Right.
game. I mean, I think they get named now. Back in the day, I guess they didn't put that information out, but they do get named. So they'll be
Oh,
subs.
really?
Yeah.
All right. This is that woman walking by. She scares the crap out of me. Sorry, in the parking lot. I'm sorry, but that's weird. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so that's how. All right. Well, that
Yeah. So
makes
then like the
sense, I
fan
guess.
vote will go in because, you know,
Oh yeah,
the rest, because I forget how many in total
and
there.
it's in Canada. Is it in
It's in
Toronto this
Toronto.
year?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
At
kind
the
of boring.
Scotiabank Arena.
Yeah, it was fun when it was in Vegas. I liked when it was in Vegas, but
Yeah, I mean, a lot of hoopla around it, but whatever. Yeah,
I
so
enjoy it.
it's fun. It's February 3rd. So
Yeah, and then the skills is I think the second or something,
yeah,
and the
it's
game's the
like
actual
the night
third.
before. So that'll
Oh,
be
that's good.
it'll be really, really fun to watch the
Sure.
skills contest.
Yeah,
But I don't I mean I had games, but some of them have happened since, we had the
yeah,
delay.
I know. Sorry. Yeah,
But I mean Bruins Knights tonight. Tune into that, people.
not till 10, right?
Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern. If if you're in
Well,
if you're in the West Coast, good for you because that'll
Knights haven't been looking too great lately, but I still love my team.
they could be running out of
Hill's back, so I think
they could be tired. They had a long season last year. They won it all. So,
okay.
no,
They get paid
that's
good.
a
They should be all
thing.
right.
That's the thing though. Fatigue. The further you make it, the more because you barely got any time off. Other
I
teams
mean,
did.
well then you guys should be soaring. Just kidding.
I mean,
Not nice.
we're not
But look how good you're doing. So there
we don't
you go.
have soaring aspirations. I mean, the players do because those guys aren't going to lay down, but the organization wants them to lay down. Be honest,
Yeah, well,
and I agree. Get better draft picks. Get better players in here.
Are we specifically talking about your Flyers or?
Oh, you brought them up.
I
Said
know,
that
but I'm saying I feel like you should be like from where we were in the beginning of the season, or not we, but where you guys were in the beginning of the season. I feel like you done tremendous
we
because
have.
who
I
would have
said it.
expected? You know what I mean?
I said it. We overachieved. We've overachieved so far because,
Yeah.
like I said, we have a lot of guys who aren't going to lay down. So I
And
mean,
you're in a tough division. It's not like you're in an easy division. So
yeah, we are.
that says a lot. I mean, we're in a easier division, definitely, but I feel like you guys are in a tough one, and that says a lot.
Third in the division behind
Hmm.
Carolina and the Rangers at the moment. The Islanders are creeping up a little bit.
Yeah.
Then yeah, and then overall in the East, um, I believe we're in the three. So and we're not in the we're like a game up on the wild card. So right now we're in.
You guys are doing all right. Yeah. You'll be all right.
I didn't expect anything this season, honestly. I said it.
I know that's why I'm kind of like that's wonderful for you.
Yeah, but something to cheer for. Well, games. Obviously, I mentioned the Bruins Knights.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be watching because it's a Flyers game, but also we could be part of history, aka the Flyers against Fleury if he starts tomorrow.
Hmm.
Um, there's
And he
another.
wins.
There's only two games tomorrow. The other one starts Preds. So yeah, I mean they'll have everybody watching basically because if you're not
Yeah.
watching the other game, you'll watch that one.
Hmm.
So a lot of
It'll
views.
probably be. Oh, I might be able to watch it because I'll be in Boston, so
There you
maybe
go.
I'll be able to watch it and won't be blacked out. Yay! About
Maybe.
time. Good.
Saturday's full of games because there's only two games tomorrow. So
Right.
there's a few things. Flyers at the Jets and back-to-back games going to Winnipeg against a hot team. That should be interesting. You know, Kings Red Wings,
That should be a good game. Red Wings have been doing it this year.
Devils Panthers, all types of stuff.
That should be a good game.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Devils win.
And Sunday's only two games, but I get it. I get why there's two games Sunday. Um, the NFL playoffs start this weekend.
I was going to ask you, is that why? Did they plan that ahead of time?
More than
Okay.
likely, the leagues know because
Yeah.
this is all about viewership. Can't can get
One
it
more
out.
time.
Nah.
But
Um,
it did, but it did, but it did,
yeah.
did, did.
This is all about views, and the views bring in all the stuff, advertisers, all that. So they don't
Hmm.
want to lose the views. So the only two games are on. I mean Saturday there's games, but there's only two games, so like they're not going to lose too many views, but
All right.
yeah. And then Monday there's some games. Um, what do I like? I don't know. King
Well, yeah,
Kings
I'll be
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. I know we haven't really said a whole lot about them. I mean, I know they've
Kings
always been doing decent.
Kings
No,
Hurricanes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Kings
Oh, you
Hurricanes
did.
play
Okay.
that on Monday, and Devils Bruins. It's in Boston at 1 o'clock.
That'd be a good one.
You won't be there anymore, right?
I will not be there. I know I looked to see if there was any games now. So,
So
nope.
yeah, that's all I got
Well,
this week. We'll be back in a short few days. Uh,
yes.
so there could be a surprise for 2 episodes from now because I might be going to another game. I'm not
Where?
gonna make any promises. Remember we talked about it out on the West Coast.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. Oh, that would be good for you.
No, another stadium off the list. Uh, you know, I mean, I won't be watching my team, but basically I
You
could
love you love
could
your
be going to a
ducks,
Sharks game. They are playing the Ducks, so that's a possibility because I'll
which
be
is
out
his childhood.
west next weekend.
Yes.
The
Well, let's
childhood.
hope
I
it
think
goes
it's a
through
lot of
for you.
people's. I think if people really admitted people my age, that is everybody's childhood team.
I mean, yes, but you're really like, yeah,
Quack quack quack, Mr. Goalie Man.
it is true. Mm,
But yeah,
mm, mm.
that's all I got. Thanks everybody for always tuning in. We appreciate it. Uh,
Yes, we do.
you loyal people. You probably 10 of you, but it's all right.
That's all right. Go Knights, go.
There it is.